Superman review, thoughts, all of that here with our very professional looking screen and our not professional way of doing this at all.
hmm
That's fine. It started out with me drinking a can of Monster. Let's go. Superman, you go first.
So we have both seen the film.
As you may gather.
Um,
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
oh,
Spoilers.
mm,
I'm sure it'll be in a title somewhere, but just spoilers, so fuck off, yes.
those are the spoilers.
No.
Um, well, my thoughts are already here somewhere in the somewhere. Oh, over.
You got a link.
No, no, I'm not. I don't care enough to do that.
Nice.
But they're somewhere, I'm sure. And
People
those
put
would
it
be
in the
my thoughts.
description, or just check out the
Oh
channel.
yes, sure.
It'll
It's
be there.
maybe
These
down
are
there.
non-spoiler ones. Um, yeah, I've seen it. I saw it on the actual opening night. I didn't get to see it early like some people.
Yeah, I did see it early. It was nice.
Oh, it's married, so I did this way. Oh yeah, I looked at you now. But I saw it opening night, and it it was good. Um, I would say if you're wondering what to expect, um, it will hit your expectations and it won't exceed them, and that's a good thing for the start of like a DC universe. And I think Superman was a good way to start that. It was a really good movie, really really good
Speaking
in
of,
the broad term.
not, I
Because
don't
even
know.
though we said spoilers, I'm still trying to keep it um just our casual thoughts and feelings right now.
Do you
It's been a day. What?
just a little sidebar? Do you wanna see what I've done?
This is staying in the review, by the way.
Yeah, it's backwards for
That's
some reason. I
beautiful.
don't know why. Yep, as you can see,
Yeah,
there's
because
some
I told
paper
you
on it.
about the mirroring earlier.
There's some
Yeah,
paper from when the paint was drying. Eh,
I see
Yeah,
that.
the down here is not so bad. Up here, man, that's some good paint job. Well, yeah.
That's stunning.
Anyway,
That's beautiful. Um, this movie's biggest strengths for me, this movie has two biggest strengths in my opinion, and I think most people will agree with it. The biggest strength of this movie is the acting from all the actors involved. I'd say pretty much 92% of actors
mm,
nailed their roles. There was some that I was not happy with, but I don't know if that's acting or just direction. But in general, I would say most of the actors absolutely nailed their roles. And the next biggest strength is the camera work, the way the film shoots scenes and how it moves around characters and dynamics. This is one of the prettiest films I've seen. It's the prettiest Superman movie by far, um,
I would agree.
which is really nice. Yeah,
Mm, yeah, I would
and
agree.
I really like that.
Mm.
Yeah,
So now, that's pretty much the overall, but now we can get into some specifics. The flying,
they were doing Ultraman.
they did, but the flying,
The flying
the
is so
flying was,
pretty.
yeah, good flying.
It's so nice. This
Mm,
flying is one of the best, maybe the best flying we've gotten from movies.
hmm
Honestly, it's really good. I got messaged by Al um when he right after he stole the movie. He didn't spoil anything, but he said the flying is so well done. And I was very curious about it. And he's right. The flying was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't take my eye off it when it's on the screen. It was beautiful to look at, so well shot and done. James Gunn learned lessons from how he did it in Guardians 3. So he did it with Adam Warlock, and he took those lessons and things that people said, and he noticed, and he made it even better in the Superman movie. And just like in the original Christopher Reeve movie, you really are going to believe a man can fly. And I did. I did.
Mm, yes. Um,
But they ruin Ultraman,
they do ruin
and I'm mad
Ultraman.
about it. That is by far the worst part of the movie.
Yeah,
Just everything about it.
I feel like it would have been worse if it was Henry Cavill, actually. If they just
Yeah,
randomly made it Henry
it should
Cavill with
be.
no explanation.
Yeah, but it was still stupid. I didn't like it. They're gonna
Mm,
go the bizarre route. I've heard online people or at least one person said, oh, they're probably gonna go Doomsday route. I think they're getting it confused with Superman and Lois. Um, was
mm,
there something else that turned Bizarro into Doomsday? No, I think it was just Superman and Lois. Which I never liked changing Doomsday's story. I'm just gonna go on. I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but anyway, it's not gonna be Doomsday. It'll be Bizarro. He was
mm,
very clear that like, oh, he's a dumb version of Superman, and he's a clone with like powers and
yeah.
stuff like that. And he was sucked into a black hole at the end of the movie, so he's definitely gonna go to Petri, um, which is Earth backwards, and he'll be Bizarro there.
Yeah. Um,
But he's terrible.
yeah, awful. Um, 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 I had a thought, and then it just, oh,
Not
in
many.
Superman and Lois's defense, they knew their show was ending, so they had to do Doomsday
They did.
quick. Um,
They
and
did,
that could
but
be
they
a
didn't
reason
because
why. But I
I'm
actually
not
didn't
gonna go. This
mind.
isn't a Superman Lois talk.
Yeah, didn't mind it.
Um, so something else I heard quickly online is the character of Hawkgirl was kind of meh. I don't think she was meh. I
She
think
was
she
just
did use it in the
underused.
movie though. She does one thing in the movie. She does literally one thing, which she kills a guy in the movie. She kills the most annoying guy in the movie, so I love her for that. But that is all she does throughout the movie. That's the only positive thing she does. The other two Justice Gang members, which is what a name, Justice Gang, just rolls off the tongue. They're Justice Gang. Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific, they are great. I remember watching the trailer for Superman and thinking, God, there's a lot of characters. How are they going to balance it? I think they did a really good job in this movie
Yeah.
for balancing 95% of the characters. Um, some did feel underused, some felt just weird, but in general, 95% of the characters were actually really well handled, really well used, just the right amount of use. Which I'll talk about when I talk about more about Superman and Lois in a bit as we get into it. But yeah, Hawkgirl kind of felt useless. I think the actress is good. I think the little she had, I could see her
Yeah.
playing the character. From what we know, she's playing a mix of all three Hawkgirls, the alien Hawkgirl and the two human Hawkgirls. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner was actually really great. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be very annoying, just be very comedic, annoying. Kind of how I felt about this movie just came out, Thunderbolts. When I watched the trailer for that, I thought Red Guardian was just going to be really annoying and
Mm,
piss me off. But he didn't. He was great in that movie. And same thing happened in the Superman movie. I was like, Guy Gardner's just going to piss me off, but no, he was actually really cool and really well handled and done, which I really appreciate. I think the Justice Gang was used the right amount in this movie,
mm,
and it makes sense. If you have this Justice Gang that's funded by this thing, it makes sense that Metropolis, this big city, has them active. It's not just Superman on his own.
mm.
So I think
Yeah.
that was really cool and really well
Mm.
done.
Mr.
So I
Terrific was
really,
probably my favorite of the like Justice Gang people. Um,
yep, same, yep.
yeah,
Honestly,
he's
I think Mr.
very,
Terrific steals the middle of this movie.
yeah. Oh my God, that he has
Absolute
his own
steals it.
fight scene, his set fight scene. It's cool.
It's the best fight of the movie, if you ask me.
Mm.
Like I'm thinking of
And
the other
then
fights that I remember, and I think Mr. Terrifics is the best.
Lois is just like watching, like I she's like, what the heck? What is this guy doing?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah, he's
It's
great.
like the
You
average
goddamn
person
Mr.
doesn't
Terrific.
the average person doesn't know like anything about him, so it's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool, especially if you watch. You can tell James Gunn watched Justice League, the '90s cartoon, and Justice League Unlimited specifically, because this movie just feels like a live action version of that. It
Yeah,
really does.
a little
I've
bit,
heard
yeah.
people compare this movie to the Superman animated series show, which I agree with, but honestly, I'd compare it more to the Justice League Unlimited TV show. Um, it felt so much like that, which I love. That's my DC. That's what
Mm.
I know DC to be, and this movie felt like that, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, if we're doing those challenges where it's like describe a movie in one word, my word for this movie would be beautiful. I think it's a very good word for this movie. Um, and yeah, I really appreciate that on James Gunn's part.
Yeah, I feel like Quicksilver from Age of Ultron where he's like, this is what Shield is, and then Cap's like, this is what Shield's supposed to be. It's like this is
Yeah,
DC at its best almost.
yeah, this is what a Superman movie is meant to be. That doesn't make it a perfect movie. There's definitely gripes. I've already mentioned Ultraman. I have more. I'm not going to list them all now. I'll just talk about them as we go on. But I've seen some things online, as I'm sure everyone has, of like if you're a Snyder fan, you kind of like this. If you this, you kind of like Snyder.
You can like
Personally, I
both.
think you can like both, enjoy both. My opinion, if it, my point blank opinion is Superman 2025 is a better Superman movie. Man of Steel is a better movie, if that makes sense.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and but as a Superman movie, I definitely think Superman 2025 is just a better movie. He
Mm,
feels like Superman, he acts like Superman.
mm,
There's so many little scenes of him that I just love where he feels like Superman. Like he fights the woman whose name I forget, an Ultraman. And during the fight at the very start, as he's getting hit, he's like, you know, you don't need to work for less. We can help you, which is a very Superman thing to do. He doesn't just want to knock out bad guys and do that. He wants to help people. He wants to be
I
like, why
mean,
are you doing this?
we see him
What are you
save
doing?
a squirrel. Like,
Yeah,
man does not
yeah.
want to hurt anyone. Um,
He doesn't, which I love. It's such a Superman thing to do.
oh, and all the gripes from the trailers about him like whining or yelling makes so much more sense than in the movie.
Also, I think if you watched the Justice League show, but even the Superman show, Superman has a temper. He's not just regular or broody. Superman has a temper. I specifically remember the episode Darkseid comes into Justice League, and Superman is really grumpy in that episode, and Batman has to like kind of calm him down and sort him out in the end and be like, Clark, get your head in check. Superman does express feelings, especially those that he's closest with or those that he's most mad at. And I think David Cornswell does such a good job of portraying that in this movie.
Um,
Um, yeah.
they just really like literally
Also, I
just
like,
now. They released a
yeah,
statement, David Zaslav, about like the success of Superman. Um, and essentially he's like, trust James Gunn, and it's all part of a 10-year plan. The DC vision is clear, the momentum is real, and I couldn't be more excited. So that's basically, I think that's like the Warner Bros. Dude who like gives them money. Um,
yeah, he's James Gunn's partner,
no, that isn't
that
that
he's
Peter
worked with
Safran?
before. No, that is Peter Safran, you're right. Who's Zaslav then?
I don't know. He's someone.
I know he's part of DC. He's someone who I probably should know, because I've heard that name before.
Anyway,
Um,
um, but he was like 10-year plan. Which is cool.
yeah. It is. We've also heard news that supposedly David Cornsweet has signed on to do more Superman stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. Definitely would
Semi-sequel.
like to see him return. Yeah, hopefully, you know, we get to see him sooner than we get to see Robert Pattinson's Batman.
We probably will.
Um, we'll probably see him before we see Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah. Well, Supergirl
No, we
is
probably
pretty.
will.
I think
Yeah,
it's next year.
also, do you reckon Peacemaker? Do you reckon we see Superman in there?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think there's a high chance. I don't think it's guaranteed like Supergirl. Like Superman is guaranteed to be in that movie, but I think there's a high chance he appears in Peacemaker season two.
I think in one of the interviews, if I'm not mistaken, James Gunn might have accidentally hinted at it. Um, because the interviewer was like, "I
Could
can't wait to
be.
see Superman again after this." And then James Gunn was like, "You'll see him sooner than you think." Um, and then the reporter guy's
Yeah, I think I
like,
remember hearing that.
he's like, "Oh yeah, in Supergirl." And James Gunn is, "Oh right, yeah, he's in Supergirl." As if he was referring to like something different than that.
Yeah, yeah.
So Peacemaker season
So
two maybe.
yeah, could be, which would be nice. Mr. Terrific solo movie one. That man needs a movie. I will
Mm,
say has done in this movie such a good job of introducing characters that like if James Gunn just announced that he was making a Mr. Terrific movie, how many people would genuinely be excited for it? Barely anyone. They'd be like, why? But now that you've introduced him in this movie, seen what he's done, got an amazing actor for it, redeemed him from Marvel, them bastards that ruined him in X-Men, and brought him in this movie as Mr. Terrific and use him so well, now we
mm,
want to see more of him,
yeah. Um,
which is good. And I'm gonna say my mind.
yeah, I mean in terms of like the characters are done well. The only one that you don't really like are the ones you're not meant to like Lex, and even you kind of like Lex. You like to hate him.
Oh no,
Um,
Lex is done right. In fact, he's done really right. His performance is amazing. I think that acting is the President King guy, whatever he
yeah.
is, the one who works with Lex. His acting and script and his whole character is just absolutely terrible. It's
My
a
God.
cartoon. He's an absolute goofy cartoon, and it really shows when he's acting alongside Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, who's giving it 110%. By the way, he is amazing in this movie. He is the best live action Lex Luthor, if you ask me. He is fantastic. And
Mm.
then you have this guy who's just like just come out of drama school.
He's like literally actively twirling his mustache. Uh,
Yeah, he's not good. And the one good thing Hawkgirl does is kill him. And it was a really cool
mm,
scene. I like that they have the guts to like kill people.
mm,
And it's like Hawkgirl's like, yeah, I'm not Superman, I kill, which yeah, Hawkgirl does. She's from a race of warriors, just like Wonder Woman. They kill. They don't think qualms about
mm.
it. So that's cool.
Yeah. Um, what else? What else? What else?
We haven't
Uh,
talked about the dog. Where's
the
the dog,
dog.
Alfred? The dog,
I
where's the
don't
dog?
I don't know what dog you're talking about. A dog? Ugly dog in a cape?
What?
What? I didn't say anything.
That scene is a good scene.
Mm.
Crypto is so good in this movie.
Mm.
He is the perfect amount of comic relief and actually does things.
Yeah.
Like he saves Superman twice.
Oh my God. When Mr. Terrific is riding Crypto. Because
Yeah.
for some he can fly on his own. We've seen it. Like,
No, he can't.
well,
We
he
have a
has the
ship.
technology. No, the chair. From when they're fighting the giant monster thing.
Yeah, the chair, but he didn't bring it with him in the void, which is where they were.
I refuse to believe he couldn't just pull that out of somewhere, some pocket.
It's not nanotech. He's not Iron Man over here.
Right, sorry, too much Marvel. I
Yeah,
was
too
half
much Marvel.
expecting
We don't want any
Superman
Marvel
to get
crap.
like
But,
nanotech mask. Just yeah.
yeah, we're not getting Lex Luthor being like, "Did you power armor?"
Mm. I wouldn't mind it though.
Also, did you see on toy leaks where Lex has the power armor? In the movie, he
Mm,
doesn't have that.
yeah. I
Don't
think
expect that.
some
He
toy
doesn't.
company
He
must have
doesn't
just
have it.
been like they saw the other armor dudes and they were like, that's probably him. It was not.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is weird because
He
you'd
does not
think
have
he
a.
would give himself one, actually, but eh.
I don't know. He has too much aura. He's so good.
Oh, also, what was the thing about at one point they were like all the kryptonite is no longer on the planet?
Yeah, they talk about how there's no kryptonite. There's no more kryptonite left on Earth.
Do
Which
we
you'd think.
First of all,
people
Batman,
would keep it.
for sure, Batman has some. I refuse to
I
believe.
absolutely guarantee you Batman has kryptonite, yeah.
Like,
But I reckon he's
don't
the
give
only
me
one.
that.
I don't think anyone else
Maybe.
does.
Do you think that's because this Superman is so weak, giving everyone kryptonite would just like he'd just
I think this Superman, in his first couple of years, had it used against him. He got sick of that shit.
he
Him,
was like,
Supergirl, and Krypto got some suits on and just flew it off Earth.
yeah, not from Batman though. Batman got some.
Yeah, and then he flies to Gotham and he's like, Bruce. And he's like, what?
I don't have any in this
Kryptonite. Oh,
suspicious
hey,
lead
come out.
shaped box. This
Yeah.
lead container. What do you mean, man?
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're on about. Yeah, go away,
Yeah.
big blue idiot. There's no references to Batman in this movie. Don't look for any. Um, it's not needed. There's one sign that references Gotham as the city's getting evacuated. Um, oh, the Hall of Justice is beautiful. Do
Mm.
you know why that building is so cool, by the way?
I do not know.
So that building, something to do with the people that owned it, had a deal with the makers of the Super Friends show, which was the first appearance of the Hall of Justice, and they based the Hall of Justice in that show off that building in real life, because that's a real life building.
Hmm.
And now that real life building has been turned into the Hall of Justice from the Super Friends.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
That is just so cool. Yeah, I was like, that is dope. I love when they do things like that. It's really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you get to see some cool Easter eggs in the Hall of Justice. A
Yeah.
couple characters on a painting, like Jay
Yeah.
Garrick and
So
Wildcat and
Wildcat was who I thought
Scott.
Batman was
Scott.
early on.
Oh, what's his name? Scott. Alan Scott, who is a Green Lantern.
Mm, the old one.
So that's cool. You get
Well,
to see a
the
Flash, a Green
low
Lantern, and
tech one.
Wildcat. I would love to see a Wildcat Black Canary movie.
Mm, that would be cool. Yeah.
That would be amazing. Um,
Although I'm sure they're gonna do Green
yeah,
Arrow
it'd be great.
before what we get like live action Wildcat, probably.
Probably, yeah. We'll get a Green Arrow for Black Canary. I hope they do all the fun romances because some of the best parts about DC is the relationships between characters.
Mm.
Um, and Green Arrow and Black Canary are like probably my favorite DC couple. So it'd be really cool to see that done in live action and done justice. What did you think of Jimmy Olsen in this movie?
He's good. He's good. He's a good Jimmy Olsen. His Riz
Yeah,
saved everything. It's just so funny.
his Riz saved the day.
Uh,
Yeah. Um,
I
I
did
actually really
think,
liked Mr. Smucker.
yeah, she was
He
good.
was
The thing
great,
is,
honestly.
it was a bit dragged on when she would say something and then Jimmy would be like, me? Like they did that joke a little too much, in my opinion, but it was good
Yeah,
a
they
couple of
did it too
times.
many times and it lasted too long. I agree with you.
Hmm.
Specifically the weekends joke where she's like, "Oh yeah, we can hang out this weekend,"
The
and then
whole
long
weekend.
pause.
Yeah.
No, it's like long pause, and he's like, "Oh, how many hours?" And she's like, "Oh, all weekend." And he's like, "All weekend." It's just too many long
Yeah.
pauses, and I wish they kind of got through that faster. But that's just a minor
Oh,
gripe. It
another
felt like
thing
they
that
needed to
annoyed
do it.
me, which was fine, was the garage door opening so slowly.
Yeah, I get what they were trying to
They
do.
were trying to, but it's like we've
It's
seen that so many
it's
times.
like a dad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dad joke. It's like you semi laugh at it. You can see you're like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's like, come on, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it felt. Um, which I love that our gripes with this movie are minor
So
gripes. They're not
minor.
major things that you're like, this is terrible movie. It's literally like a garage door opens too slow. That's a gripe.
Yeah.
Like I love it. It's a really good movie. Um, with fantastic acting. There was something I was gonna say. Oh, Ma and Pa Ken are
Yeah.
maybe my favorite Ma and Pa Ken, and we didn't even see them for that long.
Yeah, I'd say probably.
I love them.
Yeah.
They honestly might be my favorite. We'll get to talking about favorite scenes in a bit. Because I very vividly remember my favorite scene. Um,
Do I
but there's so many
remember?
good scenes
Yeah,
in
I
this
do.
movie.
Okay,
But
yeah, I do.
Mara Park Kent were done so well in this movie. They're not in it for like super long, but they're in it for the right amount,
Yeah.
which I love. Um, yeah, yeah, we talked about that. Talked about that.
We talked about
Wow.
Superman? Like in like we talked about him being super. I don't think we actually talked about Superman as
Yeah,
Superman.
true. I mean, David Cornsweet, this has been talked about to death, but of course he went to the same like kind of school as Christopher Reeve.
Hmm.
So his Clark Kent and
Juilliard.
Superman are almost as good as Christopher Reeve. I still think Christopher Reeve is the best at doing Superman and Clark. He's as
Yeah.
good as Kevin Conroy doing Bruce Wayne and Batman. That's how good
Hmm.
like that is. I think them two are the peak of Superman, Clark Kent, Batman, and Bruce Wayne.
Hmm.
Which is funny, one's animated, one's live action. But I think David Cornsweet comes really close to that. He is so
Yeah.
good
And
at being
especially
Clark Kent and Superman.
we haven't I mean, Clark Kent was barely in the movie, maybe two or three scenes. It's
Yeah,
not a Clark Kent movie. Um,
no, it's not.
but from what little we saw, I think he might be able to do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, not
Um,
enough Perry White. I have no
oh,
opinion
Perry
really
was
of
good
him
though.
yet.
I
He's
like
not
him
been
as
in the
Perry
movie
White.
that long. I don't like him. I don't dislike him, but he hasn't done anything to make me think he's Perry White. He just feels like the
Mm,
actor. I saw him in Suits. I saw him in other shows. He just plays the same guy every time. So
mm,
I don't really have an opinion of him in that role yet. Him as an actor, I love.
mm.
He's amazing. But Perry White as a character, I don't really have much of an opinion on. Cat Grant was there just for jiggling boobs.
Oh, Lois,
That's it.
probably my favorite Lois
Sorry, I was still on
ever.
Cat Grant's jiggling boobs.
Aren't we all?
Seriously,
Um,
at the end of the movie, did you see her in that spaceship? She's just jumping up and down. It was great.
I did not actually. That could be made
No,
up. I
my eyes
wouldn't
directly
know.
went.
Man.
No,
Yeah.
it happens.
Mm. Well, Lois,
But yeah, Lois, I
maybe my
agree.
favorite.
I know. Who's the actress from Superman and Lois?
I don't remember her name. It's like
I know.
Elizabeth something.
Rachel Brosnahan. She's the Oh, Elizabeth Tulik.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's between her and this one, Rachel
Yeah.
Brosnahan. Them two are the best Loises.
Mm,
Um, mm, right. Yeah, Rachel Brosnahan might be better. I really did like her in this movie. She's such a good Lois.
yeah.
Like, if you were to take a comic book Lois and put her on screen, it's Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah.
That's how good of a Lois she is. Her outfit was great. I loved at the end of the movie, she had the purple sweater, like in the
Mm,
animated series. That was cool. I loved that direct nod. Um, and I remember asking you this question once you saw this movie, and it was a problem that some superhero movies have. When you have a main superhero and they have a love interest, sometimes the person who directs the movie, writes the movie, feels like they have to give a good enough role to the love interest, so they're not just a boring love interest. Like, I'm sorry to call this person out, Mary Jane from Spider-Man 2, all she does is get kidnapped and be a love interest. That's all she does.
hmm
And then people are like, oh, we don't want that. So sometimes, and I'm now specifically thinking of the Flash show, you get an Iris West situation where she does too much and overshadows the hero, and you're like, okay, go away, it's not your show. Do not worry about that in this movie. Lois Lane, which I remember messaging all about this, and he was like, yeah, no, she is used the right amount. She does Lois things, and I couldn't agree
mm,
anymore. She is used just the right amount, um, and has such a good character arc and story, and the way I love her specific story with Clark, which ties into my favorite scene. I'll go into it more then. But how the movie ends by beating Lex is genius. I love the
mm.
Superman's gone flying around, sorting things out, and Lois Lane is the one putting the story together with Jimmy Olsen. And did you notice at the end of the movie, she shares the byline with Jimmy Olsen, so that's
Yeah.
probably his first byline credit. So
Mm,
way to go, Jimmy. Um, so that's awesome. And she helps in the media take down Lex. So it's a team effort between Lois and Superman, which you want to
mm,
see, and it's not done in a way where you're like, oh great, Lois just did this, Superman did nothing. No, it was a direct team effort,
mm,
which was really really cool.
mm.
And yeah, amazing. Really like Lois. Lois is a huge strength in this movie.
Okay, what do you think of the monologues at the end? The two Lex has one where he's like, "I'm jealous of you. Essentially, it's my envy. That's like what drives me, whatever, whatever." And then Superman's about being human.
I don't remember the Lex jealous one. Is that the one where he compares himself to Einstein and stuff like that?
Maybe. Yeah. It's
I don't
like,
remember the Lex one unless it's the Einstein one, which I didn't mind. The Superman speech about being human, I loved. If anything, I thought it could have gone even harder. It felt like a 9 out of 10 on like cool power emotional state. I wanted it just that 10 out of 10. I think they could have hit it a bit more. But I love that he's like, Lex, you hate me because I'm an alien, but I'm just as human as anyone else. I grew up on this earth. I have fear.
I mean,
I get scared and I feel love and all that. It's yeah, I loved it. I thought it was
mm,
really, really good.
um,
Go on.
yeah. A lot of people don't like, they're like, bruh, 2 hours and we're monologuing, but like, I think it works really well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think it works.
No, I definitely think it works. If it doesn't work for people, I don't think the speech lasts that long. It's literally like a 30-second speech to a
Mm.
minute, if that. You don't have to worry about it. The
Lex Lex
yeah,
cries when he loses.
he does, but Lex does get very emotional about these things, so
Yes,
it's in
yes.
character.
And
And he does the
then
bell rev at the end of the movie.
oh, that's a good scene where Crypto like beats him up.
I love that scene. I love
Yeah,
that scene so much where Krypto just kicks his ass. For kidnapping him because Lex does take the dog. Bad idea,
yeah.
but Crypto gets free at the end.
Um,
I love the thing of throughout the movie. I want to talk about it just yet, but throughout the movie, Crypto isn't listening to Superman, and they have this weird relationship, and then at the end you find out why, and I love it.
yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think is there anything else
Yeah.
like
Favorite
before we?
scenes.
Well, no, I mean like
You're trying
beyond
to
that,
if
like
you're
in the
trying to think.
movie
Yeah.
itself, like.
There's a 12-minute speech between Superman and Lois, not speech, back and forth, which is where she's interviewing him. He
Mm.
agrees to be interviewed by her because in the
Oh,
movie he's constantly just like interviewing himself, quote unquote.
what I
And
love
I
about
think
it.
that back and forth between them felt like a real relationship.
They enter that scene and she's like, "Wait, you'll actually interview me?" And then she's like, "Right now?" And then they start and he's like, "Miss Lane," in such like a different like voice. But the thing is
Hmm.
they kind of
Yep,
lose that throughout the rest of it. He sort of
they do.
mellows
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I wish he kind of kept with it. Which is why I don't think he's quite as good as Christopher Reeve.
mm,
If you watch Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent talk to Lois, and then in that first movie, Lois Lane does interview Superman, he keeps the voice throughout the entire interview. Now he doesn't get as heated as David Cornswell Superman does, but even still,
yeah.
um,
To be fair,
I
it's
still
like
think
his
it was
third
good.
year.
Yeah, it's his third year, yeah. But no, it was good. It's funny. It's 12 minutes, but it did not feel like 12 minutes.
Mm. Yeah, I
It flew by.
didn't have any idea how long it was. Um,
Yeah,
what else? What else? What else? Mm. Oh, the
that's
music.
pretty much it, really.
Good. I'd
Mid.
say the music is good. Yeah.
So it's mid. It's very forgettable. It's not terrible or bad. It's good music, but I like if this is the bar, this is it. It doesn't go above. It won't go
Mm,
below, but it's literally just here.
yeah.
It's music that you listen to, you'll enjoy it at the time, but you're not gonna like download it on your phone unless you're Tom. But you're
Mm,
not gonna like download it and do it constantly. Which was one of my things looking at another movie that's coming out this month, Fantastic Four. That music slaps hard. That music is gonna go hard in that movie.
mm. Will the movie
This
be as
movie,
good? We don't know.
oh, I think it will be, but we'll talk about it when it comes out. Um, but the music in this movie doesn't go as hard. I think Man of Steel has better music,
Mm,
which might be controversial, but I don't care. I think the flight theme is so good.
yeah. Oh my God. That, oh, Man of Steel. Anyway, I'm talking about
That
that
whole
movie right
scene
now.
of him flying is so good.
What a good
Again, you
movie.
can like both movies. You don't have to feel like you're betraying one to like the other. I like Michael Keaton Batman. I like Bale Batman. You know, you can like multiple Superman, you can like multiple Batman, like multiple Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Mm,
Um, right, I've danced around it enough. Favorite scene, a scene that I think just hit me. This is when the movie went from this is an alright movie to I was paying attention and this movie is goddamn beautiful. It takes place right after they save Superman, Crypto, um, oh, what's his name? Metamorpho and his son from the pocket dimension. And they have to get Superman somewhere safe because Metamorpho used his powers to give him kryptonite poisoning. So they can't go to the Fortress of Solitude because Lex can get there. So Lois takes him to, which I presume Superman tells her the location because she doesn't seem to have been there before, the Martin Park Kent farm, which is where we
mm,
really meet them for the first time properly. We talk about them over the phone and you see them, but like really we're meeting them there. And they bring Superman to his bedroom. And I'm just gonna preface this at the start of the movie, like I said, Superman and Lois have their interview, and Lois comes out with, "I knew this would never work." And Superman at the start was like, you said this, why?" And she won't answer him. And then she has to talk with Mr. Terrific when she's about to go save Superman when he's stuck, and she's like, "I was planning on breaking up with him." And her whole thing is she's struggling with the fact that she was like is very human. She grew up like in punk rock and all that, and he's like this alien, and she doesn't quite understand him, and he doesn't quite understand her, and she's having mixed thoughts throughout this movie, and she's not sure. And what I love about this scene is when Superman's in his bedroom, his childhood bedroom. Martin Park Kent surrounding him, holding his hand,
mm,
asking if he's going to be okay. Lois Lane looks around his room and sees trophies that he won as a kid for like football and stuff. And she looks around his room and sees posters for the band that he
mm,
was talking about with her. And it's so beautiful because she's seeing the humanity. She's
mm,
seeing that he is just as human as she is. That he grew up here.
mm.
He's one of us. He's an Earthling. He's not
And I,
human, but he's an
mm,
Earthling.
yeah. And I
And
think,
she sees that his human parents
mm,
care about him. He has loving human parents, and it really she loves him after that, and she confirms her love for him later on in the movie. And I love that scene so much. That scene of Lois seeing the humanity in Superman,
mm,
because that's the biggest difference in Supergirl and Superman is the humanity. Superman is human, Supergirl isn't, and seeing the humanity in Superman is so good, especially seeing it through Lois's eyes. We're seeing a direct way of getting us to feel that as the audience, we're seeing it through a character, which always
right.
works best.
Yeah. So
That
just to add
scene
on to
is
that,
the best scene of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, go on.
this not being an exact origin works so well for this because we can almost
Mm,
see at the same time as Lois that he's just a dude. He's a kid from like Kansas. Like he's very
yeah,
human. Um,
yeah.
my favorite scene actually follows shortly after that, which is the
Oh
conversation
yeah.
with Pa Kent where the world kind of turns on him and Pa Kent's like
Hmm.
it doesn't matter whatever what anyone thinks you're meant to do or whatever. It's like what you
Yeah, just
choose to
to
do.
preface that, just to preface that, because we didn't talk about it. Superman's parents, Lex decodes the message, and
Oh, right,
Superman's
yeah.
parents are evil. So that's why the Earth really turns on him, and then that's where Superman kind of he doesn't get mopey, but he's a bit sad because he thought his parents were good people and wanted him to come to Earth and serve. So he's moping down, and this is where Park Kent comes
Mm,
in and talks about what I was talking about
yeah. And I just thought that was great. Great scene. Both actors did great.
now. Absolute great acting! What a great actor! Yeah, yeah, it's so good.
And that's like so we see Ma Ken earlier in the film talking about how Pa Ken is like I guess he's like worried or like bad at showing emotion or something like that along those lines. Or
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
worried about you or
She
something
calls
like
him Big
that.
Softy.
Big Softy, yep.
Yeah.
Um, and we see it in this one.
Yeah, he's the typical dad where it's like, oh, he's an hard man, but he loves his son.
Yeah. And that was written, that scene was written so well. I don't remember it exactly. I just remember being like, wow, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever seen the movie once. I think you only have, so it's hard to remember it exactly. But it was such a good scene, very memorable. Again, it's
Mm,
literally about 2 minutes after my favorite scene. That whole section of the movie is a really good section of pure emotion and showcase of acting,
mm.
which I love. Um,
Um,
yeah,
and then of
absolutely beautiful.
course, Crypto tries to play with the cows, which is,
Yeah, which is adorable,
yeah.
absolutely adorable. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, so
mm,
well shot. Um, so once Lex is beat, of course, we get to like the end of the movie, and the scene of Lois and Clark just well, Lois and Superman just being like high schoolers, being like, "Oh, I'll interview you one on one. Let's go in here where no one else is. Yeah, the interview." And then Perry's just like, "So how long have they been seeing each other?" And Jimmy's like, "I think it's been about 3 months."
yeah, it's like, how long have they been hooking up? It was
I
like,
love
that's
it.
so funny.
Yeah.
By the way, this is just like a side note, because it's been almost a week since I've seen it. Um,
Hmm.
do you know why they got into the Mystery Terrific ship at the end? Like Perry White and them?
Yeah, because they were in the Daily Planet building, and the giant crack was about to
Oh,
get
right.
them.
Yeah, right. I was just trying to remember, were they going
Yeah.
somewhere? And they were sort of just flying around.
Yeah, they were flying around escaping it.
Yeah, that
Um,
does make sense.
Also getting to like, yeah,
Hmm.
from what I remember.
A lot of
That's sorry,
property
yeah,
damage in this movie.
so much property damage, and some things don't make sense. You have to overlook some plot holes and character speeds. Like, how fast is the girl? Because um, at the start of the movie, she's in Antarctica. By the way, the start of the movie is so cool. Um, she's in Antarctica looking for the Fortress of Solitude, and then the movie showcases the Hammer Braid using teleportations to get back to Lex Tower, and you see all the villains there.
Mm,
And then right as the camera pans out, she shows up. How does she get from Metropolis to there instantly? Because there's no I was gonna say boom tombstones, goddamn Cyborg and Darkseid. There's no pocket dimension portals because later in the movie, Lex has to use a jet to get to Antarctica.
mm. Well,
But
she
then
could
later
have.
on in the movie, when she's chasing Superman to the sky, she can't catch up with him.
Well, theoretically, there could be one like close-ish that she had to fly to.
Then why would Lex take a plane?
Well, he probably took a plane from that closer one. Like, I don't think he probably took a plane from
Even
Metropolis.
still, even still, I was
Mm,
just like, speeds don't make sense. Some plot holes don't make sense.
mm.
Oh,
Oh,
the whole
like
Metropolis got destroyed.
why it wasn't very Superman of him to not fight the thing with the the weird floaty bubble thing with the Justice Gang. Like it was a good scene, but I remember
That
it being
that
weird that he was sitting in it.
yeah, it yeah, it was a bit weird. Kind of understandable though if you think about how many threats must happen so often, how many superheroes there are. See, I guess as Superman, he knows he can't handle everything, and that guy Gardner's there, Hawkgirl's there, Mr. Terrific, like they've got it handled. And I'm sure
Mm,
if it got any worse, Superman would go. Like he's not that
yeah.
far away. But yeah, it was a little, it was a little weird to
Mm,
yeah, just kind of ignore it.
mm. We haven't even mentioned the cameos yet. Any
We
three of them?
haven't. There's three. I was saving the last one just for the end bit.
Mm,
Peacemaker as a cameo, which I didn't care for. It felt like, hey, I'm James Gunn and putting Peacemaker in it.
mm,
I didn't care for it at all. Um, the next one was relative to Christopher Reeve, which I didn't notice. Um, and the third one was the most obvious cameo, Supergirl, which I absolutely loved. That got the biggest cheer out of me.
Hmm.
Um, in the cinema, I really
Okay,
enjoyed that scene.
I have thoughts on this. This one, like I have a lot of
Oh,
thoughts
I
on
do
this one.
too. I think we're gonna have diverging thoughts on this scene.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, yeah,
The way they do it, they make her drunk when she shows up. And then she's
yeah.
like, whatever. I don't really care about the whole who owns crypto thing. That's like whatever. Um, and I know
Yeah.
in
People
the
are complaining.
World of Tomorrow comic, she actually is like an alcoholic-ish sort of, not really. Um, the way I see it though, setting up this character in that way sort of it's like a humorous moment. It sort of almost sets her up to be a joke in her own movie, like when we next see her. And so that's one of the reasons why I didn't like the way they did that. But otherwise, as like a cameo, it works pretty well.
Mm. So my thoughts are Supergirl. Like I said earlier, Clark Kent, Kal-El, he's very human. He was raised as on Earth from a baby. He never really knew Krypton. He can't really mourn it that much. He does, but he doesn't mourn it as much as Supergirl. Supergirl isn't just a clone of Superman in personality. She is very different. As cousins are, I imagine if you have a cousin, you're not the same as them. I'm not the same as my cousins. Um, she was 14 on Krypton when it blew up. She saw baby Kal-El go. She was sent to go protect him. Timey-wimey stuff. She got frozen and got to Earth late. Like I said, she was 14. So she kind of missed her partying years, 16 to like 21. Um, so I imagine she's just kind of making up for that, and also just missing her family and her mother, specifically probably by drinking, experiencing fun things. And for people being like, why doesn't Superman own Crypto? Originally, Crypto wasn't Superman's dog; it was actually Superboy's dog. Um, so I don't know why people like Superman should own the dog.
Mm.
He shouldn't. He's got
And
enough going
even
on. He doesn't need a dog
it's not like it's from nowhere. In the comics, Crypto is Supergirl's at some point in one of them.
at some point, but it's mostly been well, recently he's been Supergirl's dog, but in the past it was Superboy's dog. Um, I think it worked really well. Maybe I also really enjoyed the scene because it reminded me of my dog. I have a dog, he's a little Labradoodle, and he when she's like, "Where's my dog?" and he comes running and attacks her, that's literally my dog. When I got back from the cinema, my dog Ted, he came running in and literally attacked me. It was the same from the movie. So I really enjoyed that scene. I think Millie Alcox is going to be great. And just to talk about your point that you spoke about that I'm sure people had about tones and how they set it up to be maybe a bit comedic. What I like is James Gunn spoke about this, not about this specific scene, but he was talking about tones and stuff. Unlike Marvel movies, where they're all pretty much the same tone.
They're all the
There are a few
same.
exceptions, but
Guardians of the
Marvel are
Galaxy is
pretty much the
different.
same. Like they're pretty much the same. Um, James Gunn is more than willing to do different kinds of tones of movies, like more mature stuff and more sci-fi
Mm.
stuff, and it's going to be more spread out, which I really appreciate and like. So I wouldn't worry too much about Supergirl being like, oh, is this how they're going to set her up? I think she's going to be more serious um, in her story. Check out the Woman of Tomorrow comic book. It's a good comic book, and they are heavily basing her story off that, and it is a very serious story. She's a good actress. She's been in a few things. And I'm really looking forward to the Supergirl movie. I'm
Mm.
really looking forward to the Supergirl movie, especially after seeing her in this cameo. I think she's great. I was laughing my ass off when she was like, "Thanks for watching him, bitch."
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot.
I will say
For
she does
me,
well in
it
the role.
worked.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
where was I
it
going
might
with
not have worked
this?
for everyone, but for me, it really worked.
I had a thought. I don't remember the thought. Two post-credit scenes, neither of which are really good.
Both are terrible. What was the first one?
I don't. Wait, wasn't it Crypto? Like, weren't they on the moon looking at Earth or something?
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a reference to a comic book panel, except it was done better in the movie where Superman's holding Crypto and they're looking at from the moon. That was actually really beautiful. It didn't need to be a post-credit scene. It should have just been a poster or a GIF he posted online
Mm,
or whatever they did as a post-credit scene. And the second one is
um,
just him talking to Mr. Terrific about a building,
which could have been in the
and
movie.
Mr. Terrific cries.
In fact, if it were me, I would have
Yeah,
swapped. I would have put Supergirl post-credit scene, Mr. Terrific in the movie.
yeah, that's what I would have done as well.
Um, what else? What else? What else? That's pretty much. I mean, covered a lot. It's been.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything. We're not gonna like go into detail about every single scene of the movie. This is just our thoughts, stuff
Mm,
we remember, stuff we like. We spoke about a lot of the movie. It's a really good movie. If you're not a superhero fan, I would still check it out just for the acting. It's
mm,
so well acted.
yeah, I would agree.
And the camera work. Seriously, it's some of the most creative camera work I have ever seen. The scenes of it like panning around the chest emblems, the title at the beginning of the movie, that was
Mm,
so cool. That was really, really cool. Um, yeah, the way he speeds past the camera and the camera has to like follow him up, that's genius as
yeah.
well. Um, Camera work, acting, 10 out of 10, no notes. Absolute beautiful.
Mm,
So yeah, definitely go check it out in cinemas. We want this movie to succeed. If DC does good, it will force Marvel to get good, which will force DC to get better, and us as fans, we win. We get the content we want,
mm.
and we win. And don't we want a living, breathing DC universe? Like
Um,
I
I will
do.
say, I feel way. Even though Cavill's gone, I was a Cavill fan. Um, I feel like we're in so much of a better place right now in terms of DC and
Yeah,
what's coming. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I
What do
feel
you?
in yeah, DC has made me feel in a good place. I feel good
Mm-mm.
about DC.
Also, I've been
Uh,
waiting for like a superhero horror movie forever, and Clayface being a horror movie is just so cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna like talk about AI as well, which is really topical and it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, like I said, I love that James Gunn is doing different tones. It's not just saying the same bullshit thing. He's gonna do
Mm.
multiple tones and stuff like that. It's gonna be enjoyable.
Lantern Show. Looking forward to that. That should be cool.
Before I
Um,
watched the Superman movie, I wasn't sure about the Lantern show. Now I'm looking forward to it.
what else?
Definitely
There's
looking forward
another show,
to
I think.
it.
Oh, Peacemaker.
Maybe.
Um,
Peacemaker season 2, we'll watch that.
mm,
We'll probably talk about it as well.
probably, yeah, I would say so, more than likely.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
which should be good.
yeah, I don't know. I'd say pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's our thoughts and reviews. We did it. If you got this far with so many ifs and
Yay.
buts and how good it is, like, subscribe, comment. We like talking.
Yeah, we do like
What was
talking,
your
as you can
favorite
probably
scene?
tell. Oh, my favorite. Puckin, when they had that conversation.
Not you.
Oh,
Not you. I don't care about you.
all right. Whatever. What was your favorite scene?
Our lack of audience. I already told you my favorite scene
I'm not
is
talking to
him and
you.
Lois. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.